A December night in Montana. A mountain road buried under fresh snow. A husband who believed he could erase his wife with a single push and walk away clean. He had no idea that a passing truck driver would see everything through the storm. She is not just any woman. She is the one who will claw her way back from the edge, expose every secret, and watch him crumble. What comes next is a story of survival, vengeance, and truth cold enough to freeze your blood. Trust me, the ending will leave you breathless. Tell us what time you're watching and drop your location in the comments. We want to hear from you. Sarah Bennett sat in the passenger seat watching snowflakes dance in the headlights. Her hand rested protectively on her swollen belly. 8 months pregnant. The baby kicked softly as if sensing her unease. Her husband Marcus drove in silence, too much silence. His jaw was clenched. His eyes never left the road. They were supposed to be heading to her sister's house for the weekend, a final getaway before the baby arrived. But something felt wrong. The turns were unfamiliar. The road grew narrower, darker. "Marcus, where are we?" Sarah's voice trembled. "Shortcut," he said flatly. "Faster this way." But this wasn't faster. This was remote. This was deliberate. The car slowed near a cliff edge where pine trees stood like silent witnesses. Marcus put the car in park. The engine hummed softly. Sarah's heart began to race. "Why are we stopping?" Marcus turned to her. His eyes were empty, cold. "I need you to get out." "What, Marcus? It's freezing. I'm pregnant." "Get out." The command hit her like a slap. She stared at the stranger beside her, searching for the man she married. He was gone. Before she could protest, Marcus reached across her lap and opened the passenger door. Icy wind tore through the cabin. Snow swirled inside. "Marcus, please," he shoved her, hard. Sarah tumbled out onto the frozen ground, landing on her side. Pain shot through her hip. She gasped, clutching her stomach. The car door slammed shut. The engine roared, tires spun, kicking snow into her face, and then he was gone. The tail lights disappeared into the storm, leaving her alone in the crushing darkness. Sarah's breath came in panicked bursts, the cold bit into her skin like teeth. She struggled to stand, her boots slipping on ice. Her phone. She needed her phone. She fumbled through her coat pocket. Dead, no signal. Her fingers were already numb. Tears froze on her cheeks. The baby kicked again, harder this time, as if urging her to move. She wrapped her arms around herself and started walking back down the road. Each step was agony. Each breath burned her lungs. How long had she been walking? 5 minutes? 20? Time blurred. Her legs trembled. Her vision swam. Then, through the white curtain of snow, she saw headlights. She stumbled into the middle of the road, waving her arms desperately. The truck swerved, tires screeching, and stopped just feet from her. A man jumped out, flannel jacket, weathered face, eyes wide with shock. "Jesus Christ, ma'am, what are you doing out here?" He left me." Sarah collapsed. The man caught her before she hit the ground. I got you, name's Dale, stay with me." Dale wrapped his coat around her and lifted her into his truck. Heat blasted from the vents. He grabbed his radio and called for help, his voice urgent but steady. As warmth slowly returned to Sarah's body, something else stirred inside her, not just relief, rage. "He tried to kill me," she whispered. Dale's jaw tightened. "Who did?" "My husband." At the hospital, Sarah told the police everything. They listened. They believed her. Sheriff Rodriguez assigned 2 deputies to her room immediately. But Marcus had already made his first mistake. He returned home that night, thinking he was free. He poured himself whiskey and called his girlfriend, Victoria. "It's done," he said. "She's gone. We can finally be together." He didn't know Sarah was alive. He didn't know Dale had dashcam footage showing the entire incident. He didn't know the police were already building a case. The next morning, officers surrounded his house. Marcus opened the door in his bathrobe, coffee in hand, face smug. "Marcus Bennett, you're under arrest for attempted murder." The mug shattered on the floor, his face drained of color. "What? No, there's been a mistake. Your wife is alive. And she's talking." In the interrogation room, Marcus crumbled. He claimed it was an accident, a fight. She fell. He panicked. But then they showed him the dashcam footage, Dale's truck approaching, Sarah stumbling into the road, pregnant and freezing. The timestamp proved Marcus had driven away more than 30 minutes before Dale arrived. Then they showed him his phone records, hundreds of texts to Victoria. Once she's gone, we'll take the insurance money and disappear. The mountains are perfect. No one will find her. Marcus buried his face in his hands. His lawyer whispered urgently, but it was too late. The evidence was crushing. Victoria was arrested the same day. She screamed at cameras, claiming innocence, but her texts told a different story. She'd helped plan everything. 6 weeks later, Sarah walked into the courtroom. Her baby girl was 1 month old, sleeping peacefully in her arms. The entire gallery stood as she entered. Marcus sat at the defense table, shackled and broken. His eyes met hers for one brief moment. She saw no remorse, only self-pity. The judge read the verdict, guilty on all counts. Marcus received 25 years, Victoria received 15, but Sarah's story didn't end in that courtroom. She stood outside afterward, her daughter cradled against her chest, and spoke to the reporters waiting. He thought I was disposable, he thought my life didn't matter, but I survived. My daughter survived, and every day we live is proof that he failed. Her voice was steady, strong, unbreakable. To anyone watching who's ever felt trapped, who's ever doubted their worth, who's ever been made to feel invisible, you matter. Your life has value. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. The cameras clicked. The world listened. Sarah rebuilt her life. She became an advocate for domestic violence survivors. She named her daughter Hope. Marcus sits in a cell, his perfect plan shattered like ice under boot heels. And somewhere in Montana, Dale still drives those mountain roads, keeping watch. This story is a reminder that survival isn't just about breath in your lungs. It's about refusing to let cruelty define you. If this story moved you, if it made you think of someone who needs to hear it, share it. Drop a comment with a for every survivor who refused to give up. Let's flood this space with support, because stories like Sarah's need to be told, and voices like hers need to be heard. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You matter. She survived not because the cold was kind, but because she refused to let it win.